Hi guys, Coach LeMaster here. Hey, I wanted to do a real quick video to support you this week. Something that I realized as I was looking at the two texts that you have for your assignment, for your essay, you might realize that the texts are not exactly aligned, not both of them anyway, to the prompt. But the information is really, really important. So I want to talk to you real briefly about how to use sources. So if you're using a source, our comfort level is, I'm going to find a source that has the words in the prompt or has the exact subject in the prompt. And so I know that source or that text can be used to help me answer the prompt. But what I want you to think about is how other information can be used as source material in your writing. So think about in an article, we're talking this week about social are so cruel, and we are trying to decide whether or not removing likes is a good thing or not a good thing, or keeping them hidden from the public, right? Do we want to do this? Well, what if my source talked about, and some of your sources talked about bullying, but teens don't use bullying according to an author in one of the sources. They use this word called drama. So if a kid says, there's drama happening, or it's hard for me to go in this that program or that social media site because there's drama, what this author is saying is that there is bullying happening or inappropriate behavior, one person against another, acting against another. Now, it's not talking about likes. It's not talking about whether or not we should hide likes or the benefits or research behind likes. But look at what it is talking about. It's talking about bullying, and it's talking about online bullying in particular. And it's giving us a new term called drama. Now, if I think about it and I say, I'm a person who believes that likes should be removed from social platforms, okay? Well, how can I use the word or the concept of drama that I got from this other article to help me argue about likes? Well, it's not going to tell me. I have to make that bridge myself. The article is not going to say, hey, you could use it for this, ta-da. No, it's actually going to give you information that is related to social media, but maybe not in the same context. So your job is to take information from an article, even though it might not be exactly aligned to the prompt, and apply it and say, how can I use the concept of drama to strengthen my case about likes? Well, watch what I can do. I can say that in a space in social media, students could pick on one another based on how many friends they have, based on how many followers they have, based on how many likes they have. A student could actually take a picture of someone's profile and post that and say, look how sad, this person only has 6 friends. Now, I could use that as an example, right? Personal experience or just imagining some sort of scenario. Then I can bring this idea of drama from this article and say, according to author X in the article drama is defined as This author would see this behavior of one kid taking a picture of a profile and making fun of that kid based on numbers, based on how many thumbs up, and call that drama. And it's this kind of drama that we have to be aware of and concerned with when we're talking about young people using social media. See what I'm doing? I've made that bridge from this conversation about drama over here. And then over here, I'm reading an article about likes and the emotional impact likes have, and what happens to people when they don't feel they have a lot of friends and followers. And then I can say, now I'm going to take this other information and bring it over. So as you get older, you need to think about sources not as, I see exactly the same words in this source, and therefore I can use it with this prompt. It's more about, what am I learning overall about social media, about people interacting in social media, or anything with sources? And then how can I start making these bridges and start building arguments based on different information? So when you're using two sources this week, if you choose to. It's not required, but I would recommend it because the more sources, the easier it is for you to write. Think about how you might use the information, even if it doesn't seem relevant. Relevant means connected to what you're doing. If it doesn't seem relevant, look again. I promise you it is. I chose the articles. Look again and see if it is relevant. Pay attention to the ideas and the information and see how they can plug into either the first article or just the conversation about social media and likes in general. Okay, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope the writing's going well this week. I look forward to reading your work, as do your other coaches. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks.